Hi, how are you? How are you people? It's just me today. Welcome back. How have y'all been? Let's see who's here. Flash fan, of course. I'm great, Flash fan. Thank you for asking. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to be on longer than that. Wait, 5:30 like Eastern time or Central time, if anybody knows. I don't know how I didn't check that. Mystified saint. Man, I really need to get a new boon or whatever, whatever you call this mic arm thing. I made the mistake of drilling it straight into the drywall. Was not smart because it's now coming out of the wall. So, I don't it's like about to come all the way out of the wall actually. I'm going to leave it right here and hope that we can get by. 5:30 Eastern time. Okay, cool. So that gives us like an hour. Am I loud? Am I too loud? I did use Molly screws, but I guess I don't know how. Okay. You're ready for more Hales talk. Cool. So am I. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Snarky Mama. Oh, you know what I want to tell you guys right now? Like, while we're at the beginning, because I realized way late last night that not one time during yesterday's stream, when there were like more people than have ever seen a stream of mine in my life, I never said, please go subscribe to my channel. So I'm going to say it right now. Please go subscribe. Just hit the little button. Super easy. Also, turn on the notifications to all. I used to always just hit the button and then think I was going to get the notifications, but I never did till I started turning them to all. But definitely, please like the stream and subscribe. It helps me out so much. This has been so awesome. Oh, wait, what is this? Following the crazy from life to life, right? I feel like I've kind of been doing that too while trying to work. Linda. Evening. Good evening to you, Snarky Mama. Consumed by this case. I know, right? It's a very important case. Very good. Let's see here. Hey, Rocky Nelson. Hey, Shirley. Okay, there's like a lot more of you in here that I'm going to be able to like go through and say hi to everybody. But hi, everybody. If you I don't know. If y'all have questions for me, hopefully I'm going to read the chat, but sometimes I get a little distracted because I'm still very new at this. But so today I just wanted to go over, I don't know, I'm sure you were all probably watching Megan Fox stream earlier today. And I was in there for a little bit. Yeah, I know he's filing federal court. I think that MG is going to go over that petition tonight. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, this is so true. Make sure you still get your sleep. It's important. Oh, really? I didn't watch that. I had been following it, but then this happened. And also that Fannie Willis thing has been going on way longer than I thought it would go on. It's very consuming. Well, hello from the US. I know. MG's awesome. So, but anyway, I didn't watch all of it. I wish I would have watched all of Megan Fox's stream, but I did not. And I mean, I don't give out legal advice, but Yeah, I mean, the only problem is it seems like these judges aren't enforcing that order to begin with, so I wouldn't see the if they're not enforcing it, then I wouldn't see anybody bringing charges against them for violating it, you know? Because that would be silly. Yeah. But yeah, no, normally that's how that would work, right? Like I have a ton of cases that are violations of protective orders, which is the same thing. And yeah, it's and here in Texas it's a misdemeanor if you violate a temporary protective order or any protective order. But yeah, they should do that. But yeah, no, I didn't hear everything. But I did hear like a part where she was going off about like how important well, I think when she realized like, wait a second, this judge is trying to say that like anybody who basically talks about this case, like if anything were to happen because of it, hey, is Lady Lost Sandra in here? I don't know. But if she is, hi. Um, but yeah, anybody that talks about this case, so like basically anybody who covers it could be in trouble, right? Because that's kind of like what it was starting to sound like he was saying. And I think one of my biggest concerns for Jeremy has really been that, like, I mean, I think it's important and it's necessary. It's great that like so many people on the internet right now are covering it. I mean, to be honest though, like I'm not. I think I don't know how many subs and stuff all the people have, but I know that they have a ton of subs, right? So like I don't even know. I think it is bringing more light to it though, just like introducing it to more communities and stuff and more people talking about it. And it concerns me for him that uh like are they going to then try to hold what we are saying against him because that would be super unfair, but kind of where this leads. Like or if somebody from like say my chat or something went and did something which do not. This is a hypothetical. Absolutely do not. But let's say that that were to happen from my chat. Jeremy doesn't know me. He's never spoken to me ever. Are they would that like is that his fault? I don't know. But it kind of seems like that judge would say yes. So it's a big problem. You should be allowed to go on the internet and talk about things, right? And especially like court proceedings. And this is he was talking about his life before this is what it seems like. And he was, you know what it is? They don't like when you I think that what it's starting to look like is that he was exposing corruption in this time like some things just all started to work against him all at the right time. It seems like he was really starting to like uncover I mean, it really looks like he was uncovering like corruption and just like bad stuff going on in this small town, and obviously he's the outsider coming in and, like, messing things up for all these people that have been doing it the whole time. Yeah, I would too, dude. I totally would. But yeah, they come in and they start, disrupting the status quo, and I mean, the people at the courthouse. Not gonna name anybody specifically, but people that work at the courthouse know people from town that have a grudge against him. So when this opportunity presented itself, that judge is definitely not gonna have his back because, they are all mad about him disrupting their social order there in town. So, yeah, yeah, and good old boy network, exactly, and they're mad now, and so in small towns, this is what they will do to you, and I hope that an appellate court just pours him out, like, he can't do this, but you never know. I've seen crazier things, and this isn't the first time that this has actually happened with a content creator, like, I've seen it happen before with much smaller content creators, actually, like, a smaller creator, ended up I think that they a much larger content creator was granted like a protective order or restraining order against who? Oh no, I don't agree with that at all. But you're entitled to your opinion, totally. But I don't think that I don't think that he's broken the law at all. I mean, not from what I've seen. And I'm just talking about, well, actually, I don't know. Like if you have some specific instances that you can show me, direct me, show me a video of him breaking the law, and I will maybe jump on board with that. But the thing is, he shows a lot of videos of other people breaking the law and just like being super shady. So somebody wants to show me a video of him doing said things. Okay. But I haven't seen those. Yeah. Yeah, but they have done this before against other social media creators. And like I think they stuck. I just thought of that right before I came on. I was like, wait a second. This is not the first time that this has happened, but I don't remember the outcome. So I definitely after this I'm going to go and look into that case and figure out what happened. Right. And if it existed, don't you think we would have seen it? Yeah, exactly. No, he hasn't been breaking the law. This town is just crazy too. I hate to be like, I hate to call out a whole town. I'm sure it's not the whole town. I'm sure it's not the whole town, but it seems like at least when he first moved there, that there were a lot of people in town that were real shady. Like in positions of power. So, what we are going to do today is I thought we'd just move right on to but I thought today we would watch it on higher speed because we only have like 45 minutes. And how long is this thing? And it's like 41 minutes. Um, but it's basically the next. They changed their playlist last night, which really messed me up. Who is this? $12 miles, but 12 miles is like nothing, right? I mean, like for instance, in my county, which is a gigantic county, I live in Travis County, and all the people that work in the government know each other, and all the mayors definitely know the judges. They all hang out together at political events and stuff. So yeah. But I get your point. They're further away, they're not in the same town. I know. But and maybe they don't hang out around each other at all. I'm just going off of but thank you for the super chat, Crystal. But I'm just going off of what I know based on Travis County. And I've also run for judge in Travis County previously, so that's kind of how I know about the political scene. Okay, but what I was going to do is go to the next video about, I think it was the one somebody like that they're cutting off my water, and I'm going to do it faster, okay? So let me share this. If anybody has any problems hearing it or anything, let me know, because sometimes I don't add the audio. Is that a problem?
$225. How in the world am I getting a bill for $225? As a matter of fact, if you look right down here.
Sorry, guys. How about 1.25? Yeah. I saw that.
This says I used 17,700 gallons of water in between February the 3rd and February 28th. 17,700 gallons of water for two people, me and George. Now let me put this in perspective for you. When George and I are up north, we have a 6,000 square foot home. We use all of the water, we truck the water in, it goes in a 10,000 gallon cistern. When we get down to 5,000 gallons, we order another 5,000 gallons, right? Guess how often we order 5,000 gallons of water?
Okay.
Every 2 months.
We'll just change it back then. We'll just put it on normal. He already talks pretty quickly, huh?
We use that water for bathing. We use that water for washing our clothes. We use that water for washing the dishes. We drink that water because that water is actually safe.
Okay.
Every 2 months, George and I use 5,000 gallons of water with full capacity use. Here in Otter Creek, they're trying to tell me in 25 days I use 17,000 plus gallons of water when we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill 1 day after its due date. Now, many people have said, Jeremy, why don't you just set it up on autopay? Well, this is the only bill in my life that there is no setup for autopay. The town of Otter Creek doesn't do it. Insanity. I know. Not normal. I know. What's their excuse? I don't know how to do it. You know what I do when I don't know how to do something? I learn it, and then I do it. And you would think they would too. Why doesn't town of Otter Creek have a website? Why doesn't town of Otter Creek have online payments? Why doesn't town of Otter Creek? Why? I have all the same questions you do. Not only that, I'm not going to set up autopay with a system that I don't trust. Look at this. Again, 17,000 plus gallons. We're going to town hall right now. We're going to have Mary explain this to us, do the math, if that's even a reality and can happen. I have no doubt there'll probably be more cops called. Before we go to town hall, there's really only 3 scenarios that could possibly be going on here. Number 1, town hall has found new ways to steal from me. Number 2, our meter is broken. Number 3, the water in the toilet is dirty. That's definitely Otter Creek water. There's no doubt about it. But what I'm looking for is a flowing in the toilet. That's not happening. Here's where my water meter is. So we're going to check it. We're going to see what our reading is at. So they said I was at 48 something. This is saying 59,600 gallons of water. So since their last reading.
Quick question, guys. If you were here yesterday, did we watch this one? I'm having a hard time remembering what we've watched together and what we haven't.
That's saying I've used over 10,000 gallons of water in just over 2 weeks. It's March 16th today. Now, you're probably thinking, Jeremy, you got a water leak, and there's potential I could. I mean, my water line is like 18 plus 100 feet, but every 400 to 500 feet, it might even be 300 feet, I have a shutoff valve. So we sent George and Patience back to go and run the water to see if the meter actually changes before we go to town hall to talk to Mary. Let's see what happens once they give us a call. All right, George is back there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm in the kitchen now.
All right.
Let me know when you want me to turn it on.
Go ahead, turn the water on. We want to see if it spins at all. See what happens.
Water is on.
All right, it's spinning. It's flowing good.
Yep.
You got good pressure.
Yep.
All right, it's definitely spinning now.
Do you need me to turn the water on in the shower?
Go ahead, turn it on just to see what happens. I mean, they're charging me so much already. Might as well use as much as we can.
All right, I'm heading to the bathroom in the ranch.
Everything is still on?
Yes.
All right, water's on in the shower.
All right, we can tell that immediately. So you got the water in the kitchen and the shower on.
Patience, can you turn the water on in the kitchen again? Yep, going. It's going.
All right, we can tell the water is flowing now.
We just
Flowing water going over 1,800 feet back into the woods has to have a line large enough that keeps the water actually flowing. A normal line in Otter Creek here will actually restrict that water, and all we would have is a trickle. That's why we have a 2-inch line. Remember, friction stops things. That water has to flow a tremendous amount of length.
Crystal Smith. Thank you for the super chat. Levy County only has about 43,000 people. Otter Creek has about 100 people. That's very, very small. Good old boy network. The former mayor of Otter Creek's son and another relative are on the county board of commissioners. No. Like they're still on it? If that's the case, he needs to move. You just got to move. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, Crystal.
You know, really, it's the length of the driveway. And what we have is shutoff valves everywhere. About every 200 feet, we have shutoff valves going over 1,800 feet. George and I have actually worked down the drive with every single shutoff valve to see if we have any kind of leak. Let's go back into the house.
Here's our shutoff valve right here in the house, George. So we've walked every valve. If we have a leak, it's under this concrete pad, which used to be bedrooms back here, which goes all the way back here. I know your legs are short. Try keeping up. Goes all the way back here to our hot water tank, which is in a huge sand pile and filled with red ants. What else would you expect in Florida? So if we have a leak, it's under the house. It's under the concrete pad, and the house is showing no signs of any type of water leak whatsoever. 17,700 gallons. There has got to be something bubbling, trickling, nothing. I mean, you'd think we'd be in a giant sinkhole. That's a huge swimming pool.
An Olympic-sized swimming pool.
If we have a leak, then we'll deal with that. And there's potential that we do have a leak. We can't find any signs of it, but to be on the safe side, we're going to take all the plumbing, we're going to cut it off at the concrete, we're going to bring all the plumbing above on the wall in the house just to see what we can do. And that way we'll eliminate that issue and see if it's the meter or see if it's the town.
Look at this. Town hall is closed today. Why do you think that is?
I have no idea.
Well,
No, he totally shouldn't have to, but that's some that's going to be a problem, obviously. No, but I think he's doing the right thing. He's just going to have to take it through the courts. I have seen courts not do the right thing plenty of times, though. So, that's the only thing that's concerning.
coming back tomorrow.
I just messaged the owners of the RV park. They have 18 spots, I think. Look at this. I showed him our bill, and he said, wow, my whole park doesn't even use that much water. 17,000+ gallons in 25 days. An entire RV park isn't even using that much water. Round two. Mary, are you in today?
Somewhat.
I'll take somewhat over not at all.
Yeah, we've had a tragedy today, so
What happened?
it's personal.
Okay.
I've got a couple different requests and questions for you. Number one, after our last interaction together, I gave you the wrong portion of the bill out of my frustration. Instead of the bottom, I gave you the top. Can I trade you? Do you still have the top?
It's filed. You don't need the top. You've got your bill.
So you're saying, no, I can't have my portion of the bill back and give you the portion that's supposed to go with the payment? Okay. All right. Number two.
Yep.
If there was a valid reason, you could.
The valid reason is I need it in court. So it's going to be requested either
All
which
right.
way.
So
May I have it? Or
we'll take it then.
okay, we'll deal with it then.
Yeah.
And you wonder why I get frustrated. I mean, it is it's mind-blowing. These people do so many illegal things. And you may be going, well, it's because they don't know. Okay, well, if you're incompetent and you're unknowledgeable of the law, why are you working for it? And by the way, these individuals don't work for the mayor or for this person or this. They work for all people. They work for the town. And when the town representative tells you no, that is illegal, and somebody's going to be held liable for it. Number two, I've got my bill that I received, obviously due. It's due March 15th, correct?
Right.
Okay. I received it March 16th. I came to pay it March 16th. A couple different things with it. Number one, I'd like you to actually go through and line item everything of how I owe and what I owe, gallons, everything. I want to understand the bill.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Can you do that for me now?
I can't do it for you right now because
Well,
I have other things.
I've got, well, here's my
Yeah, I'm
issue,
working
Mary.
on.
I have a bill to pay
you're charging me ridiculous late fees. And so are you going to charge me more late fees for not paying this when I have another turnoff notice on this?
When the late fees are assessed, you will be charged a late fee
So I've got,
if I have not been paid.
so I have a turnoff notice here. You're refusing to actually go through this with me.
The turnoff notice is how it has been done for years. When the bill is not received, when the bills go out, it is stamped with turnoff notice and late past due.
Okay.
For everybody, not just you.
Well,
He would have protection in Ohio because that's where the I know that my friend Sean from Potentially Criminal was in one of the chats the other day, and he's actually a lawyer in Ohio, and I know I wanted to have him on, but he's got a show going live right now, so he could not join us, I don't think. But he said that. Sorry, I was looking for a link to see if I could drop his link. But anyway, y'all should check him out, Sean at Potentially Criminal. He was saying it's called something different in Ohio, like it's like agreed to, I think is what he was saying. But since that order was signed there, hey Zach, he would have protection there. Yeah. He should have protection in Florida, but we know that.
at least it's for everybody.
It
At
is
least
for
we're finally getting
everybody.
to a point that it's for everybody.
It's always been for
Okay.
everybody.
So what are we going to do about this? I've got a check already made out to the town of Otter Creek to pay my water bill. Now we're in a position where you're not going to go through the actual bill with me. So I'm going to get more fees for not paying my bill. You're going to tell me you can't handle this right now.
You're coming in to pay it.
Bill?
Absolutely, but I want a breakdown of what I owe and why I owe.
This is my real life friend. He's my mentor. Bill Hines. Hey, Bill. Now I'm nervous.
Right?
So now you're saying you can do it for me.
This whole town, just mind-numbing, frustrating. I mean, it's crazy. You want to see something even crazier? Remember when Russ the Sus, the current mayor, actually tried to have the 3 sheriff deputies remove me from the town hall meeting, and they said no because I keep calling him out on his illegal activities? 10 years ago, September 2013, another resident was calling out all of town hall on their illegal activities. Russ the Sus was sitting in the seat with the normal residents, and you know what he says? Watch the guy in the blue here. Legally, you're all supposed to be supplied a P&L for every meeting.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
And you're going to bring the police to remove me, Russell. You're going to bring the police to remove me. So if you do it, bring it.
It's training. So that's 175. I'm going to agree.
Format to jeremybhales@gmail.com. Number 1, please provide the town of Otter Creek, Florida's town charter, as well as an ordinance and resolutions from the town's inception. Number 2, provide the minutes of all town meetings from January 1st, 2019 to present. Number 3, provide all recordings of town meetings from January 1st, 2019 to present.
We're going back in time, 10 years, September 2013. This is going to blow your mind. The guy in the blue shirt, Russ the Sus, calling everybody else on the council illegal. And then
Who's not corrupt? Russ the Sus? I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying things are looking a little sus.
And today, guys taking the illegal activities times 10, if not times 100.
I think the sunshine laws are being repeatedly and knowingly violated, and something that I need to be addressed.
They're not honestly not. I agree.
Okay, I'm done. Anyway.
Anybody else like to comment? We find out about that,
I just have the 2013 government and the sunshine manual in my
I don't think we
hand,
were
and
done
it
yet.
says, except in the case of emergency, notice should be provided at least 7 days prior to the meeting.
That's not right.
That, according to the 2013 on the Attorney General's page.
Not right.
Okay, then
Okay,
I would
well,
like to
then-
see what's correct. Is
Agreed.
that a public records request that I need to make, or?
What, are you asking me to generate a record?
No, I'm not asking you to generate. I'm asking you
Well,
to
if
show
you can
me.
look up the statute, then that's what you're looking for, you know?
I'd like to see the statute that the town council's gone by, where they would get their 4-day information, or what the law says.
You want to see the statute. If you have the statute, why do you need to make?
I think that's what she's reading, and
Well,
you're
yeah.
all telling us that it's incorrect.
If that's correct, everything you've done here tonight is illegal. You can't, this meeting never happened. Look into it.
I think it's 72
Just
hours.
look on it.
Not according to the government
Not
sunshine
according to the
law
sunshine
on
law.
the Attorney General's
Talk to
website.
Excuse me. Oh my God, I've got better things to do.
This is the one generated
I would like
by
to
the
know-
Attorney General's office?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
I'm positive. I got it off the
It's
website.
not the crap from Zoltan.
I don't have any sort of website on here, but I can give you the link to it. I'll send it to the town hall's email,
Please do.
specifically off of the Attorney General's website.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Can do.
And that just kind of coincides with the public records lawsuit that's already happened. If the sunshine rules aren't being followed correctly, isn't that opening the town up for another lawsuit?
So,
Yes, Charlene, it does open up the town for another lawsuit and the individuals that work on behalf of the town. Something's going to happen that they have never, ever anticipated before.
I'll do it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
dude, I should give you a wrench. You're right. I forget.
Because you have not been charged all the late fees that
I've
that you have
refused to pay
accrued.
them,
You have also not been charged a late fee
and I have
the
refused
day
to pay them.
after.
And I continue and will continue refuse to pay them for the ridiculousness of what has been going on with this.
Well, you have had the offer to get your bills by email from the very first day you walked in here.
Why
And
aren't
you
they
said,
sent?
no, mail them to my Ohio
Okay, so
address.
let me be very clear. Number one, I am not the rest of Otter Creek residents. I don't come in and pay a bill, and I don't live here full time. Can we agree on that? A lot of your
Absolutely.
residents don't live here full
How
time.
you receive your bill was
So-
totally up to you.
100%. So why aren't you adapting with your residency? There are a lot of people that don't live in Otter Creek full time.
There's a lot of people that
And-
pay their bills on time that don't live in Otter
Okay,
Creek full
why
time.
does Otter Creek not have a website? Why does Otter Creek not have auto pay? Why is it I have to come in with a check into the office?
You don't have to. You can mail a check. You can drop it in the
Yeah,
box.
I can mail a check. Now, let me tell you
You can-
this. Without this piece of paper, my CPA isn't going to allow a check to be cut. Do you want to know why? Because the taxes. I will get audited by the IRS without this. This is why this comes to me. Now, I realize you're not running a business like I run a business. This has to be in my hands for the actual money to be released, because the IRS is going to audit my taxes every year because I'm in the highest tax bracket there is. It's an automatic audit.
Which
So this
bill was
comes
it that
to
you
me.
were wanting the other portion of the bill from
The last one that I paid.
the February?
I will never pay a bill without the actual piece of paper. And your email would be suffice for that, except you emailed me once last month out of the blue after 3 years, and it has no breakdown of gallons for me. All it says is you owe me this much. And Mary, I don't trust you. And as far as I've been told, the rest of the people don't trust you in the town in regards to doing the mathematics with their water bills. So unless I'm getting a breakdown of what I'm paying, it ain't happening.
Absolutely. And actually, I had emailed you a response to that. So,
She's always emailed him something that he never got. Kind of sus. Kind of sus.
One sec. I hear a child out there.
Yeah.
1 second.
so did I.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I know you've got a child with you. Just a little, do you mind? Just,
No, I just-
you got your son with you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's nice of them.
I'm sure we both agree, no child needs to hear any of this.
Well, you don't have the option to ask my customers to leave,
That's true.
Her customers are not her customers, first off.
but then
I can step aside if you want me to step outside while you work with them, and then I can come back in. Would you prefer that?
that would probably be preferable, but that's okay. You're here now.
I can do that. I don't have any problem waiting, and you can deal with them, and then I'll come back. Is that okay?
Give me just a second.
So awkward. I feel awkward watching it. Yikes.
Now, this is your portion that I'm supposed to send with the bill. Do you want it?
You don't need that.
I don't have to have it.
Okay, as long as you don't have to have it.
Yeah, right.
That should work
Thank
for
you.
your accountant.
I appreciate that. Oh, and you got the gallons one. Okay, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
the bill does have the gallons. The bills always have the gallons on it.
It's just the emails don't?
No, because if you get your bill by email, it also has the gallons. It has all the information on it.
So I did send you an email in response to the bill that I got, and it had no gallons, no nothing. I said, where's the gallons?
And I sent you an email.
Never
in
came back.
response. Oh,
And it's not in my
Well.
spam. It's nowhere.
well, I apologize because I sent you.
An email bill will work for me as
Okay, I
long
can
as it's
also-
itemized.
It is itemized when
Okay,
it's
so
an email.
this my CPA will accept, and I can release funds if I
Okay.
have the email.
Okay,
I would still prefer you to still send these, but if
I
you
can do both.
email,
I can
do
send,
both.
I can mail,
Okay.
I can mail you this
Perfect.
or that and the email.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
All right. So now we've got this bill, and I think there's an issue with this bill. So
Well, you used a lot of gallons.
let's speak realistically to one
She's
another.
so
We both know I didn't use 17,700 gallons.
I don't know what you use because I have no.
So let's speak realistically together. We both know I didn't use 17,700 gallons. So I've already called Lonnie. I said, hey, is the meter broke? And Lonnie has assured me, he said, Jeremy, yes, they break. It's minute. He said, you should be good for about 1 million gallons. So I'm searching for a broken line. I can't find a broken line. If there is a broken line, it's underneath the cement pad. 17,700 gallons, that's the size of a large swimming pool. And even though it's Florida, there should be some sign somewhere of water.
Yes, there should. And when you're using a lot of gallons, turn everything off and look at the meter.
Okay.
If it's turning, you've got a leak.
Okay, so we've done that. So the good news is we've done that. So I would think on your side of things, you would have went, Jeremy has never, ever used more than the base minimum amount of gallons. We should tell him there's got to be a leak or let him know something. I'm a little upset that you didn't. And I feel like even if you don't like me, just common courtesy, I would do the same for you and go, Mary, you gotta have a leak or something's going on. Your meter is broken. Even if you don't like me, just pretend and say, hey, Jeremy, there's an issue.
I've got no problem with
Okay.
that.
So
But
there
like I
is an
said,
issue.
I don't know what you're doing there. I don't know whether you're filling pools or building buildings or people that I'm familiar with. Like I said in the correspondence, when you're not here, if you're not using more than 2,000 gallons a month, you owe $33.59 a month by the 15th, and that's the lesser bill than what is assigned for a 2-inch meter. I put you in at the lowest commercial rate instead of the meter-based rate that you should be paying. So
All
I
right.
apologize.
And I appreciate you apologizing and being decent. So thank you. And I apologize in my frustration, and I am frustrated because I don't think it's fair. And I want to be civil with you, and I want things to be done right for all people. And I'm going to continue to fight towards that direction, that everybody's treated the same.
Yeah.
So my next question is, how does the town of Otter Creek address an issue when there's either a broken meter or there's a busted water line somewhere and it can't immediately be found? What is the normal response?
If it's a broken meter, we replace it.
Okay. And if it's
if I
broken
find
water
out
line?
that you have a broken meter, and then we would adjust the usage
Okay.
during for that period.
And if it's a broken water line that can't be easily found, it's under a concrete pad in the house.
And on your side of the meter, that's up to you.
Absolutely, 100% agree. It's my responsibility. What has happened with the town of Otter Creek in the past when people have had a water break and it's their responsibility? What is the town's response been?
Like I said, if it's something, we usually work something out. We'll approach council in a civilized manner, not accusation, and say, look, there's a broken line. I can't find it. And it is up to you to hire the plumber to find it, the leak detector, whoever you can find. And there have been occasions.
I'm aware of that. That's why I'm asking.
They usually work out with council.
So we're on the same page. The town of Otter Creek, when these occasions have happened in the past, the council wipes that slate clean and goes.
No, they don't necessarily wipe it clean.
There's no way you use 17,700 gallons. And my meter for this next month, as I checked it, is already over 10,000 gallons. Last month, I was shocked at what the bill was. And I didn't even look at the gallons, but it's 7,600 gallons. Now, I know myself and George, we use less than right around 5,000 gallons in 2 months.
How is George?
She's doing incredible and having the time of her life. Thank you for asking. So we both agree that the town of Otter Creek has worked with people in the past and said, hey, there is a leak. So as you want people to all be treated the same, and I want people to all be treated the same, you're saying there's potential the town of Otter Creek is going to work with me as well in regards to that.
Yeah.
Okay. And the process is
find your leak.
But the process that's my process on my side of things. What's the process with the town of Otter Creek to talk about the 17,700 gallons? And I know I'm over 10,000 gallons already for next month.
To bring it before council. You've approached me now, and
I just want to say I do know that he's starting in 15 minutes, and I tried to set it up so that you guys would go into there, but I don't think he has that set up. So, because I can't find him when I search in the little YouTube redirect thing, but I'll make sure to end it.
For the next council meeting, we'll bring it up. But in the meantime, you need to stop that leak because
that's not an issue. So what I have so far, you're well aware, or at least you're probably well aware, I have well water and I have city water. I put city water in, not for my benefit, for the benefit of the city.
Okay. I think
so. I'm already on my well water. I'm jumping back and forth. I can switch at any time. And if there is a leak, it's underneath the concrete pad. I'm going to plumb it into the house.
Sorry.
It's not a big deal for me, but that's a minor thing. It will.
No, that's not a minor thing.
It will come plumbed up. I'm going to replumb it now that I got this bill and see the gallon usage. There's 1,800 feet already checked. Everything is solid. The only place it could be is under the house where the meter is bad. Lonnie assures me the meter isn't bad because it should run for 1 million gallons. Okay. So you approach council with this on next meeting, or I approach council with this?
Just give me a note of the issues, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to the council members so they'll know that what's coming. that they'll be prepared.
And then I speak on that in 3 meetings and then in
You
3
may-
minutes, or
You don't have to.
You're going to tell them
I'm
and
going to
bring
tell
it.
them.
Okay.
But the
Will an
problem.
email suffice for
Yes,
me to send to
please.
you and say this?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I will do. I will send an email in regards to that. So that still brings us to the bill. I got a $225.12 bill. I believe you have my previous balance on there. I believe you have late fees. I want to know what I'm paying for.
Oh,
And I'm willing to pay what's.
so it's not a live that comes out in however many minutes, right? Is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah, definitely. Go hit the thumbs up and please subscribe. I never say that, but please subscribe. And also somebody, hey, thank you, Billy Joel Olson, for the super sticker. That is so nice. I appreciate that. And it's your third super on a live stream. Congratulations. I'm honored that it was with me. Hi, Dave. Okay, so it's not alive. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we can keep playing through this, and whoever wants to go and watch that video can. This happened yesterday during my stream too.
Right. I just want to know what I'm paying for. And I do the plumbing. I'm doing everything I can to find the leak. It's under the concrete. I cannot find it under the house right now. They're showing no signs. 17,700 gallons is the size of a large swimming pool. And I'm going to cut the plumbing off and I'm going to replumb inside the house on the walls, since I don't plan on living in there anyway. And it'll be a temporary fix, and I'm on well water right now, and well water doesn't matter.
Apparently. And he has wells too.
And just so you and I are on the same page, one of the things you said was, the people that I know and what they're doing, I would let them know. The only thing we use town water for is for flushing the toilet, washing our hands, taking a shower. That's it. We don't drink it. We don't use it for animals. That's it. The well water is used for absolutely everything else.
And you should be using none.
That's why my base rate every month is the bare minimum. And then that's where last month it went up to, you see here, you just printed this off for me, 7,600 gallons. But
then you went 17,700.
And then we went 17,700 gallons, and I checked my meter, and already in March I'm over 10,000 gallons. So
has Lonnie checked the meter yet?
He hasn't.
Okay. We'll get your meter checked. But like I said, it's easy for you to do. Turn everything off.
Done it.
So you know that there's a leak somewhere, probably under the concrete.
I have valves it's either 200 or 300 feet, and I go almost 18. I think it's 18 or 1,900 feet back into the woods. So I have valves every 200 to 300 feet. We've already tested every single one. So there's no leaks. There's no leaks up to the house. And then when I turn the valve on for the house, which then goes under the concrete, then we get a little spinny again.
Yeah.
So if there is, it's got to be underneath the house, and I can't find any sign of it anywhere. Again, I'm not going to bust up the concrete. I'm just going to plumb above.
Yeah, just
and
repipe.
If that doesn't fix it, then it's the meter. And I don't mind doing that to try and see. So if that doesn't fix it, it's the meter.
But you said you know that the meter's running when that taps on.
Yes.
So
yes. All signs right now are pointing. Once I got your bill, all signs right now are pointing to if there is a break, it absolutely has to be under the.
Yes, I will, if I can find you. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Future Mrs. Martin 2.0.
Concrete pad. And if it's not, once we plumb it above, then it's the meter. But I want to replumb before we pull out a $2,360 meter.
Yeah. Well,
FM, if
If
you're
you
still in here.
make a payment, there won't be any more late fees assessed
Why am I chipping?
on this. It has not, you have not been charged a late fee on your most recent bill. But I have to get okay from council to make payment arrangements. And what we've done in the past with other people that have had leaks on their side, which were definitely their problem, we worked out a payments arrangement, but they did have to pay for the water. So I don't think you want to be treated differently.
So if that, all I want is the same for everybody
Okay.
across the board.
We let them pay $50 a month plus current until the past due was paid off.
So there was never a point where we went, all right, we'll just wash that away. We understand.
No.
Then you guarantee me that. Because
since I've been here, that has
I've
not
been told
happened.
opposite by the residents.
Well, I have heard that before my time, before Rosemary, somebody's bills disappeared. But since she was here and since I've been here, nobody's bills have disappeared.
100%. Everybody in Otter Creek, if it was broke on their side.
I cannot tell you that somebody else didn't pick up the bill for them.
I would do the same for somebody.
That has happened a lot in this town.
You're 100% guaranteeing that's how you deal with it.
Absolutely.
Then charge me for the $17,700. I want treated just like every other resident. And I'm praying to God you're being honest with me.
I am absolutely being honest with you.
Then I don't need a payment plan. I will pay in full if that's the way everybody is treated.
That's the way everyone has been treated.
Perfect. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And if we come back to a point where we say, hey, it was the meter, then we can reassess this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pull up that meter.
Nobody gets free water in Florida.
I don't want to pull up the meter and when I can do a couple $100 of repiping.
And that brings something else into, if you do change the meter, do you want to go back to the?
Absolutely not.
That's not what I meant to do.
I want it exactly what it's going to be, and I want charged reasonably for what it is that I'm actually purchasing. Okay. So I absolutely want what I have.
The charge is cost plus 20%. Whatever Donnelly charged us, we charged you plus 20%.
Yep, I do recall all that.
Your current balance is $156.63.
She was a liar.
You said $156.63.
Right. That's taking off the $68.49 that you sent.
Okay.
That we received on the 8th.
And that's waiving the late fee and all the other things that I was not happy about.
No, that is not waiving the late fees.
What are my late fees?
You had one from June. Let's see.
Well, hello,
that's one that's been carrying forward. $3.36. And in July, because the checks were not received, the June when the check we received on the 22nd, and the late fee did not go on until just before that.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Can you just give me a total of everything I have in late fees?
Hey, everybody, before you leave.
All right, you've got 336. 1, 2, 3.
And but mostly.
Oh no, that's just carrying forward. Sorry. You have one late fee of $3.36. You have another one in December, $3.36.
Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, please. It would make my heart so happy.
So a total of 7.
She just knows what she's doing. She just doesn't know.
$722
plus the $10 you deducted. That wasn't removed.
Thank you, FM.
Okay. You got numbers over here, over here, over here. You're telling me I owe $156.63. Give me my total minus all the late fees, whatever it is you just said, the $10. I want the actual total for water, no late
Thank
fees.
you.
That's what I'm willing to
The
pay.
Nolanator. It's okay. Ugh. He tells her every time he's not paying the late fees, and yet they keep giving them. Thank you, Bonnie.
$149.91 is your water minus 2 late fees.
All right. So we're agreeing I'm going to pay $149.91 today.
Right.
Okay. That's what I'm going to pay then.
Oh, no, I can't. Well, I mean, yeah, I just like, I don't know if he'll strike me or not, but I just feel like that would be
And next month's bill
not
is going to be high as well.
you know,
I'm already
let's
on
let him
that.
get the views first.
And
Hey, thank
I'll let you know
Rob.
as soon as I know whether it's plumbing under the cement pad or if it's the meter.
Well,
and honestly, I hope it's plumbing under the cement pad because that meter is way too much.
Yeah. I don't recall how much the meter was, but I know it was costly.
So,
and we don't keep those in supply because there's so few of them.
So this is dated the 16th. I came over.
Thank you,
guys
FM.
obviously weren't here.
Also put
And so I'm just going to keep it
Sean's,
dated the 16th.
I was telling them about him earlier.
If that's okay with
I
you.
don't care as long as it's not
Thank you, Liz.
postdated.
Nope. 149. I will have to get a picture of it for accounting purposes. So when I was here last time and I was taking pictures and I was here taking pictures, that's all for my accounting purposes with my CPA. So I don't want you to think I'm just trying to get pictures of anything on your desk. I don't care about anything on your desk. All I need is a picture of my bill and the payment for accounting. And I think I had to do it on the concrete floor last time. Okay. I'll need just a moment to get this to my CPA.
Thank you, Ricky.
And we are okay, good to go. That's uploaded. I'll give you payment. And here's the bottom portion. And so we have an agreement that you're gonna you'll email my bill and send paper copy.
I will, yes.
The email will have gallons usage, and then I can use that email to print it off and use for my accounting with my CPA. And
let's see.
And that we agree that while you've been in office, that everybody pays the overflow if they have a broken line. You've just made payment plans. I don't need a payment plan. I just want to be treated like everybody else.
That's everybody else. Everybody else has to pay.
So you don't have to take that up with council then. Don't even worry about that. If I hear otherwise, and I have heard otherwise from people,
well,
if I hear otherwise,
haven't necessarily heard the truth.
Boy, I felt like that since day one I got into this town. But I'm going to, on good faith, trust you on that. And my bill will be high next month as well while
like I said,
I take care of the plumbing.
There are a few people that have paid people's bills.
I would do the same for somebody. I appreciate people doing that for other people.
Because
Absolutely.
we do reach out to each other. This
Absolutely.
is a community that cares about each other.
Beautiful community.
And people have tragedies happen, and and there are certain people that will go.
Bye, Beast. I'll see you later.
And you mentioned when I first got in here, there was a tragedy. I realize you don't want to share with me, but I will pray about it, whether it's for you or the town, and I'll keep that in my prayers, even not knowing what it is. Okay. Thank you, Mary.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. And I'm sorry to keep your other person outside. I'll apologize to them as well.
Okay. So, okay, bye, MG. Hey, half Irish. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. Um, oh, okay, so yes, and you know what? I don't actually know how to do that, but yeah, also y'all right here, I think you have to turn on membership like gifting or something in order to receive a membership, but I know I should know how to do it, but I don't. It's okay. I lurk all the time, half Irish. Thank you, FM. That is so nice. Also, y'all, go check out Sean. He's the attorney in Ohio that I was telling y'all about that was discussing the he was on a show, he was on MG's the other night discussing the Ohio case for what the hell's. And I'm trying to have him on like one day this week to discuss what it'll look like when he goes back to Ohio for him. So I'm going to try to get that set up and I will let you all know. But in the meantime, go check him out. Sub to his channel. He's awesome, awesome fun. He's very smart. Thank you, FM. They found a box of checkbooks. Okay, so here's the deal now. We're just dropping and dropping and dropping. I know that's because What the Hills is live. But not live, they dropped a video. And so I wish I knew how to do a poll. I would do a poll if we should stay and start another video. Because I was gonna have y'all going into the DUI. Oh, he did just go live? Okay, cool. That works out just fine then. I have it set up to redirect to him already. So we will do that. Tell him Legally Live sent you or whatever. No, tell him I said hi. And come back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see y'all same time tomorrow. I hope this works. Hold on, let me just check. Okay, bye guys.